We walked into a cemetery is the first thing we find? Oh boy.
Well, we're out, but where are we?
That looks like a rather tended cemetery, too. Like, they're not, like, overgrown. Those, like, look fresh. They're like flowers and stuff. It appears to be a graveyard, and a well-kept one at that. Hey, that's what I just said! I did it again. I second-guessed the game before the game could say the thing. Not quite what I was expecting. So, we're in the Primeval Lands now, right? Look over there. Oh, yeah! Is that Komodo's great tree?
Seems to be, yeah.
And the river is right there, glowing hot white is kind of weird, but sure. That's a nice little visual clue to be like, here we are. It's cool.
And if that's over there, then I think we could safely say we made it. These are the Primeval Lands for sure, right, Adol?
Could be a different tree, what?
Right! I don't know, though. I feel kinda let down. After all this, I thought our arrival here would be a little more dramatic. Like, we'd all emerge into a stunning new world and shout uncontrollably with glee or something.
Yeah, something like that.
No, it's okay, Karna. The moment's passed. No sense forcing it.
That's actually a really good joke. That's really funny. That's really good. What is this?
What's what?
It's a grave.
Something wrong with that grave?
Yeah! Take a closer look. The gravestone? Here lies Adol Kristen! Died at the age of 18. Adol and the others examined the front of the gravestone. An inscription was carved into its smooth, clean surface. Here lies Adol Kristen.
What? I don't remember dying.
You're a ghost, Adol! Oh my god, this is interesting. Whatever, like, the real reason is for this, like, this is an interesting, like, twist about. I'm really, wow, huh. This is a fun thing to walk into after that ruins exploration, yeah.
There must be some kind of mistake.
Adol.
I'd say that's pretty clear, yeah.
Still, the fact that there exists a graveyard here at all indicates that this side of the river is definitely inhabited. And by all appearances, its inhabitants must live quite nearby. I guess that's a point, yeah. That we were alluding to earlier being like, this looks like a well-tended graveyard, it's not like an ancient ruin. And obviously someone made a grave for Adol, you know, in the last 18 years, I guess, since that's how, you know, old he is, so,
unless it's a mysterious prophecy. Oh no.
They've marked this grave ready for Adol. No, probably not.
Yeah, these flowers are still fresh, and the gravestone itself looks brand new.
Not to add to the questions we already have, but this has been bugging me since we found the ruins entrance at Celceta. I wasn't sure before, but I definitely am now. There were no signs of anyone going through those ruins in a long time.
Yeah, I guess I'll ask this one instead, but right, so that would imply... Right, the implication is, how did Adol come back across the river if no one's been through there in a long time? Or how did he go through there at all? Anyway, the point is, like, I guess the mystery is, how did Adol get to this side of the river and get back to the other side if no one's been through there in a while? Huh. Well, yeah, let's go.
How do you know?
When we hunt, we often have to follow tracks of beasts. And even when there are no tracks, there are always signs. But there were no tracks near the entrance or exit of the ruins, and no signs of any disturbance within them.
But here's a grave with Adol's name on it. So that proves he did come through here, right? If this wasn't his point of entry, then how did he get across the river?
I cannot imagine any other route. It seems we are left with more questions than answers.
Look at that!
Hey, I remember this thing. This was when we were in Celceta. Crossing the river, we saw this weird... I thought this was involved with the poisoning of the river and the agitation of the Spartus somehow. But, might be something entirely different then, huh?
Isn't that the same kind of bird we saw in Celceta?
Like, I thought this was going to be revealed that merchant guy was, like, using this thing somehow. You know, back when I still thought that merchant guy was going to be revealed as the bad guy. This was what I was banking on a little bit, but then it didn't really have anything to do with the Spartas, so apparently it was just foreshadowing for this moment.
I don't think it's a bird. It looks like one, but it's not flapping its wings.
Well, if it's not a bird, then what is it?
It came from deeper in the Primeval Lands, but beyond that I have no idea.
Ah, my mind!
Are you okay, Adol?
Flashbacks.
One day,
incoming.
God intended for mankind to take to the skies. Just like this, on wings of their own creation.
Aha! Some kind of Leonardo da Vinci acting a boot here. Who that was, we don't know, but...
What is it this time?
Adol explained that he heard a voice in his head and described what it said to him.
What? That doesn't make any sense! You weren't kidding, Ozma. I've got nothing but questions swimming around in my head right about now. I know, isn't it exciting?
I don't know.
Or, come on, let's get going.
I don't know which one. I don't know. Not sure which one is the more Adol answer here. Maybe Adol just being a little giddy for a moment might be fun. Let's go with this top one.
For you, I'm sure. If it weren't, I'd think you were some kind of imposter.
We won't find any of the answers we need by standing around here.
I agree. We should continue up the hill and try to find the people who tend this graveyard. I mean, yes, the question about the grave of Adol Kristen is easily answered by just finding whoever made this grave. You know, this isn't going to be a problem for long. Especially because I'd assume... Ooh, we got an achievement closer to the truth. Successfully arrived in the Primeval Lands. Yay. Sure enough, here we are. Oh. This took a weird route. Wow, I thought we'd be, like, around here. But admittedly, we were going in a southerly direction in that cave, so... Yeah, I guess this checks out, but wow. Not where I thought we'd land. This area is called the Tranquil Hill. Anyway, presumably they're not going to be super far away, these folks who, you know, make the graveyard, so we should just walk up the hill and probably get answers. Anyway, I would just want to have a really quick... No? Hold on. Is it in the journal? I want a really quick look at... Where do I get it? I really wanted to look... Oh, no, we can't look at the notebook anymore. That's unfortunate. I wanted to look at the map, which had like a bunch of stuff marked on it, but I guess we can't interact with the notebook anymore. Oh, that's annoying. That's unfortunate. I really wanted to have a look. The gravestone reads, "Here lies Adol Kristen." I really wanted to have a look at like the thing and try to figure out... Okay, this... Oh, nope. Really wanted to figure out, like, you know, where some of the stuff marked on it was in relation to where we are now. So, it's a little unfortunate. Oh, I can't read this, but it's such an opulent gravestone. Aw, really wanted to have a look at that. We got like 10 minutes left episode time. Plateau path. Okay, wasn't thinking we'd have another level, but... Okay, this is now yellow and a different shape, I guess, so that means we can't teleport to the yellow ones here in Kaznan, unfortunately. In fact, it's gonna be hard to get back to Kaznan now that I think about it. We'd have to cross the dungeon. Oh, well, I guess, okay, it's not that... Once again, it's not super bad. We get to that first plinth, teleport to the start of the dungeon. Or actually, not even the start of the dungeon. We teleport to Celceta, run over there, teleport. Okay, so with some work, we can get back to Kaznan, but it's a bit of a trek. By the way, it's a gameplay thing to have like a different shaped obelisk now to like affect, so you can like kind of reuse colors for the different obelisks. But also a nice little story vibe that, you know, really does make you feel like you're in a different area, like notably here in the Primeval Lands, by having the Primeval Lands have different kinds of markers. Oh no, there I go with that again. Don't mind me. I'm thinking of bringing Durin in again. Oops, I'm gonna hit this button. I don't know, let's go with this party for a bit. Whoa! What the... Little, like, are they kangaroos or rats or jerboas? Weird gang of creatures. Man, they really must need a graveyard just to, like, you know, because it's so dangerous just walking there with these creatures. Also, that's a tower for sure, and man, great just camera framing again. Not just the tower, but the village underneath it, giving us another thing to, like, beeline for, where I imagine the locals will once again blame Adol for doing something awful after he left the place. We'll see how it goes, but... Is that... amazing?
A town? This deep in the Great Forest? Not just that, but look at it. It looks like a way more technologically advanced place than even Kaznan.
They have like 4 windmills. What is that structure over there? The one surrounded by thunderclouds.
Seems like some kind of tower. Tower?
Yeah, everyone just earlier was like,
tower? Tower.
Yeah, exactly. That's so funny.
Could that be? Yeah, I think it's safe to assume that's the one you marked in your notebook. I didn't expect we'd find it this quickly.
It looks almost magical, like something out of a fairy tale or an old legend. I'm sure Remnos would be overjoyed if he could see it.
Maybe he already has.
Somehow I doubt that.
I'd say it's high time we go in for a closer look, shall we?
She really brushed that off. About Remnos. Meh. Got like 10 minutes. I would love to at least get to the town, but looks like we got a bit of a path to clear on the way there. Figure out what is going on in that place. Oh, now I got that sword beam flying there. You saw that. Ow. Probably should have done something there instead of just stand and take it. You know, like that, maybe. This is a lovely area, though. The visuals are pretty sweet, and especially, like, this mountainsides. They did say highlands, when I remember that from Adol's notebook. But yeah, we're running along this, like, nice, you know, ridge, even though it says a plateau, but still. It's beautiful visuals, and got these rat tribes. Or weird, like, kangaroo things. What's the guy's name from Moomin in English? Nipsu? They're basically a bunch of Nipsus. Hold on, I don't care if this goes long, I just want to really quickly Google this. Because now I feel like I'm fighting Nipsu from the Moomins. What is his name? Just a lad from the Moomins who looks like a kind of a kangaroo. The Moomins themselves, of course, look like hippos, but... is it something like Sniffy? I think might be his name. Oh, the Swedish name of Nipsu is Sniff. And so is in English, it's Sniff. Hey, I kind of remembered it. Lovely. So we're fighting a bunch of Sniffs here, basically. Oh, ooh, hold on. I feel like we're supposed to be heading up there, so let's not go down there yet. I feel like we just want to follow this ridge. Use that, there was that, ridge line there, kind of as a visual clue. Surprisingly tough, these Sniffs. His extended family apparently is quite the team of fighters compared to what a goof he himself is. So I'm just exploring this area a little bit, but I think we are going to go over there-ish. Continue following the path that's marked with the fence. It'll probably take us to that town. Although, yeah, clock is running a little long here. I don't know. Oh, is there still something here? No. Okay. To know if we, like, hit up the village or just call it just before we get there. There we go. Ah! Oh, those guys have, like, bows and arrows. I just now noticed. I think the brownish-orange ones. Oh! Oh, yeah, pile. That was cool. Knocked them out of the air. That was kind of fun. Yeah, there's an obvious drawbridge there for us to continue, so let's not do that quite yet. Let's instead get that, Ah! They're all back. I believe this is a treasure box I missed. Oh, yes. Oh, little sniff archers. That's fun. Shield tablets, aye? Hell yeah. Whoa. Okay. Now we just gotta clear the ones infesting this bridge. Oh, man. Partner with the launchers there. Ugh, jawbreaker. There's another launcher right for you. Come back here. Oh, yeah. Okay. These are also some weird beak monsters. Don't know what to call these. Well, we got him. Clean. Yeah, let's go see what's happening in town, I guess. We got like 5 minutes to spare, especially because I wasted your time Googling names of Moomin characters. Let's pop into this fancy-ass village. Yes, I see now the, like, steam pipes over there and stuff. Yeah, this place is kind of rocking. Incredible.
This place is even more unbelievable up close. Wonder what kind of people live here.
Hey, what are those twirly things over there?
They're called windmills. The wind spins them around to generate energy.
Oh, wow. I'm impressed you knew the answer, Durin. Very nice.
Hey, they don't call me the information dealer for nothing. Anyway, based on our experiences so far, it seems safe to assume that Adol's caused some kind of trouble here too.
Oh my god, now the game is even second-guessing my, like, wry, observations about how the plot advances. Oh, that's so funny. very on the nose, but I appreciate it. It's very much in tone with the game's kind of easygoing attitude. Heh.
We might get chased around. We might get locked in a house somewhere for a while. Who knows? Either way, we can't stand around forever, so let's just get this over with.
You know, they might subvert expectations, especially after all of that, and everything might actually be fine. Let's go talk to this friendly fella, see how it goes.
You're...
And here we go. Own up, Adol. What did you do this time? It's a ghost!
Huh? Well, there was a graveyard with our name on it, so, you know. Oh, cool! Oh, I wonder, because this was like the Highlands, the clothing here, in my mind, brings to mind like Peru, right? I've seen those kinds of cloaks and those kinds of hats being used in like Peru. So I wonder if like Highlands, I would have like maybe like been, I don't know, since I thought we were having like kind of you know the Mediterranean European area vibes with like the previous Isas we've played, Altago and this one. I guess I was thinking, I don't know, Scottish Highlands was when I've heard Highlands. Just I think I made a joke about caber tossing last episode or last couple of recordings ago. But right, Highlands could totally mean like Andean Highlands as a reference, that's kind of neat too. I'm delighted. Olive, what's going on here?
Werner, it's Adol. He's come back to haunt us!
Ah, this isn't your world any longer! Go back to sleep! Leave us be! I see. So it was the people of this town who dug that grave, Adol. They appear to be under the impression that you are, in fact, deceased. Who? Yeah, who's this now, this tiny girl? Oh, it's an important tiny girl because she's got a portrait. Adol, is that you?
Long time no see.
Long time no see? Let's not.
Ohisashiburi desu.
No.
Who are you?
Oh, I see. You've lost your memories.
Oh, quick on the uptake, this lady. I appreciate that.
Well then, let me introduce myself again. I'm Kalilika.
Alrighty, that's a mouthful.
It's a pleasure to meet you.
My name is...
Actually, yeah, I don't know. Adol would be kind of dense like that, I think.
My name is Adol.
Oh.
I know that, silly! You really are quite the troublemaker, you know? First you wander off outside the town without permission and disappear without a trace. And then you show up here again, with no memories. A nerve of some people, I swear. I like that you're an interesting person, but there are limits, you know. After a while, it just gets old. You're almost a full-grown adult, so you really need to start acting like one, okay?
Damn. She put me in my place, that's for sure.
Wow, Adol, this kid doesn't mince words, does she?
Ahem. Now, I think that about covers the scoldings, so if you would, please come with me. I'll show you to my home.
Yeah, we're going apparently extra long here. I knew that would be a chance if I walk in town. Highland Town! That's why it was marked Highland. Okay. I knew this was a chance if I, like, walk into town instead of these cutscenes. That we might go for a for a while before we get hit with a moment that I can just call it and, save the game, but let's go. Also, goddamn, this mayor here. Oh my god, this man has been through stuff. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Aaron. Yeah, there's gonna be one Scottish guy in this town, at least, if it's Highland Town. You're all gonna have to put up with my very bad Scottish accent. Which might probably slip into Irish a while. That's my eternal problem. I spent so long trying to get a good Irish accent that whenever I try to do Scottish, I end up slipping back into Irish. And the Scottish one's not very good either. I've had a chance to talk to a few Scottish people, small acquaintances with a few of them, and they probably would lambast me. I kind of do it on a good one. I'm not very close at all. Not close at all to how they sound, but we'll go anyway with that. Anyway, yes, Mayor Aaron. I am the mayor of this town, and Kalilica's grandfather. I must say, it's amazing to see you alive again, Adol. I had assumed I never would. I saw the grave. Before you returned, we were under the impression that you had died. It must have been quite a shock to see it. But think how we must feel to see you standing before us now. May I ask why you believed Adol to be dead? We found Adol's belongings near a waterfall in this area, but Adol himself was nowhere to be seen. We searched for days, but could find no trace of him. We had little choice but to believe he had accidentally fallen in and drowned.
Something tells me drowning's not too likely to be the way this one goes out.
That's surprisingly mundane, honestly. Just like, well, his stuff was here next to this, like, fierce water source, so I guess he just drowned, huh? I was expecting something like he walked into the super ominous tower that no one is allowed to enter, and he never came back, which would have been, like, pretty, like, whoa. But, okay, whatever. He drowned in a waterfall, sure.
I can't even imagine how confusing this must all be for you. But in order to explain things adequately, I would be forced to detail a number of private matters regarding these lands. And I honestly cannot... I should say canna, right? And I honestly canna say how much I'm at liberty to discuss right now. Kalilica?
Yes, grandfather?
When Lisa returns from the rite of summoning, would you please ask her to come by?
Is she returning today?
Indeed, although it may be past nightfall by then. Either way, I will need to consult with Lord Eldil on this matter.
Yay!
Until I have done so, I'm afraid I'll have to ask you to remain here in our guest quarters.
Well, it's nicer than being shoved in a warehouse while they plan our execution, so, it's a step up, I'll take it.
For how long? I can't say for certain. I will call for you when the necessary preparations have been made. And your arrival has caused quite a commotion in town already. I apologize for the inconvenience, but I think it will be best if you stayed indoors for the night. We'll do what we can to make sure your stay a pleasant one. Kalilica, would you please show our guests to their quarters?
Yes.
Of course!
What'll you do?
Well, since arriving here, we've learned... not much.
Are you kidding me? There's an entire town with windmills and a scary tower. What? We've learned so much. And Adol was here, confirmed. Jeez, come on, this is like a pretty big deal. Very handy, by the way. There's 4 beds in this guest room. That's very lucky that they found a room exactly for a 4-person party. I am inclined to disagree. Yeah, Ozma's got my back on this. There we go. If this is where Adol's tracks end, there is a high probability that this is where he lost his memories. It may not seem like much to go on, but it is a solid lead nonetheless.
Hey,
Did anyone else find Kalilica and the mayor's reactions to Adol's memory loss kind of weird? I mean, they didn't seem surprised at all.
That's a good point. That I wasn't really thinking about too much. But yeah, Kalilica really rolled with the punches quickly there.
There's definitely something strange about this town. The technology here is pretty advanced, too. They've even got windmills and streetlights.
Oh, streetlights. Oh, not like traffic lights. They mean like lampposts. Which is still pretty, like, yeah, pretty hot stuff. Even if they're, like, lit by oil, I'd say that's still pretty solid stuff.
What's a streetlight?
Oh, right, they're little devices on sticks, basically, that light up when it's nighttime. In big towns, you can have a bunch of them along the side of a road. Then, when night falls, turn them on and it's bright as day.
Wow! That's incredible!
But you sure don't hear of too many towns that use them. Heck, you'd be hard-pressed to find one even in Rom. Honestly, this town might just be more advanced than any place I've seen or heard about in the whole Empire. It makes you wonder, what's a town like this doing in the middle of the Great Forest? You managed to remember anything yet, Adol?
Not yet. I don't know. I think I remember El Deal. I don't remember an El Deal, so I'm gonna just say this.
Yeah, didn't think so.
All we know about him is his name, however. Beyond that, we can only speculate. Oh, that's awkward. That line is not supposed to be there. Like that, or like that line probably. I maybe in Japanese this works better. Like he name drops El Deal in this moment, but they kind of missed it in localization and wrote like a line of dialogue. Like I imagine Ozma says this no matter which prompt you pick, but this line just doesn't work with what we just said with Adol in English. Maybe in Japanese, Ozma name drops El Deal in this line of dialogue, so it works for both choices. But that's a little awkward, but we can live with it. I think it would be best for us to rest now, and trust that our questions will be answered come morning.
Sounds like a good idea to me.
Hey, once again, with that bedsheet tech. Falcom, pioneers in the field. I love it. Although, just one point, like, Trails in the Sky gets a point on this. They actually had, like, a separate sprite and portrait for Estelle in her, like, nightgown, whereas our heroes just sleep in their regular clothes. I mean, I guess they didn't really necessarily pack any, pajamas, but I imagine you might at least take off some layers of clothes before going to bed. Whatever. I just think it's funny.
Is it time for dinner?
Damn, stoic sleeping. Oh, meanwhile, okay, Duran's not like, no, freaking bed sheets, that tech's not for me. But at least we know that's like a character trait and not a limitation of the game engine, since we've seen other characters actually be underneath bed sheets.
Oh, Frida, give me a break.
Frida? Who is that? Mysterious. But meanwhile, our amnesiac, also insomniac, amnesiac hero. After much tossing and turning, Adol finally gave up on trying to get to sleep. There was simply too much going through his head. Man, all the things she said, running through Adol's head. Well, this is our chance to call it for today, so next time, we will get acquainted with Highland Town. I can't now. I think it's supposed to have like Andean Highland energy, like I said, but I can't help myself at this point. I will slip in some annoying Scottish there. Yeah, this is exciting. Primeval Lands
Our adventure's only just beginning.
seem fun so far. it's still more down to earth than I expected, except for the giant scary storm tower. Yeah. So I'm really excited to see how it all goes. But yeah, it's been real. Catch you all next time. Bye!